chicken burrito with
black beans, white rice, vegetables, mild salsa, a little bit of corn salsa, sour cream, and cheese.
So I have these bumps on my face. My face has been breaking out. It could be a conglomerate of things, but I'm declaring that it's stress and dairy. I've been trying to find like dairy alternatives. I don't drink milk. The only thing that I like to eat that's dairy is cheese and ice cream. I love me some ice cream, especially some Ben & Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough, or the one that has the brownie in it. I think it's brownie batter core. I'm just not ready to let go of cheese. And like even in small amounts, I notice that I get congested and it pops up on my face. Like I've had a lot of breakouts on my chin lately, and now they're like popping up on the side of my cheek and under my chin again. So I've been putting tea tree oil, and I think I've changed a little bit of my skin routine, and I don't have my clean and clear face wash, so I don't have that right now, but I've been using black soap, and when I do use black soap, it usually works. But I've been eating a lot of dairy, so I haven't been eating like completely okay, so it's been showing on my face. And then I think I've had a lot of greasy things this past week too. And I had 3 exams this week, so I was tripping, lack of rest. It's a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on, and I'd be like, ugh. So let me eat. Let me start eating. I am waiting on eating this. Mm. 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 I've also haven't been going to the gym lately because I've been a little unmotivated and undisciplined. I don't know if that's a word, but I have not been disciplined. It's showing on my face and it's showing in my body. I actually have stayed in the same weight range. It's been like 235 to like 238. I've stayed in between there, but I haven't been consistent. And without being consistent and being disciplined, I'm not going to get the results that I want. And so I'm coming to terms with that, and I'm coming to terms with not being so hard on myself, because even though it hasn't been consistent, it has been going on. Like I've made like major progress in saying no to people, to going out to eat and doing things of that nature, or going out to eat. If I do go out to eat, I'm making better decisions on what I eat. I've identified that I also binge eat or stress eat. Like this week, I noticed, the day before the exam or the night before the exam, I would just get a whole bunch of snacks and just eat a whole bunch of snacks at night, because I was like so nervous about like taking the exam, and I knew the information. I got B's on all the exams that I took, but it's just having that stress on my shoulders and that stress on my heart that I have to do good, and I have to be this, I have to be that, I have to show up a certain way at being an RA, I have to show up a certain way being a student, being a child. You know, it's just like I can't. I feel like I can't so much, but I've noticed that when I have that mentality, nothing really goes well. It's actively saying, I'm going to stop this negative thinking now, and I'm going to start thinking positive about what I've done, or what I do, and what I do to prepare for what I do. And just being real about that, because I am competent, I am smart, I'm intelligent, I can be disciplined if I put my mind to it. I'm in charge of my life now. Although like there are some restrictions, but I'm still in charge of that. So I'm in charge of what I eat. I'm in charge of whether I go to class or not. So it's all on me now. And so I'm like kind of coming to terms with that, and like actually actively being an adult and paying for phone bills and paying for tire rotations and oil changes. And even though those are like so basic, it's a lot to me, because I'm responsible for doing it now. Like it's just coming to terms with that. I'm growing up. It's sad. It's really sad. Everything's gonna be all right. And I also don't want to keep restarting things, especially with my health. But the fact that I keep trying is really important to me. Because if I just really gave up and just not did like absolutely nothing, like at least halfway try to eat right, or at least go walk, you know? If I didn't do that, I probably would be like in a rut, like a really big rut. Chipotle is literally life to me. I couldn't eat it every day, but I definitely could eat it every week. What I have been doing is counting my calories, and it's making me realize how much I eat. And then if I don't like burn it, because my Fitbit tracks what I burn, like how many steps I walk and what exercises I do. So if I don't burn it, it makes me realize that, damn, you really not exercising and you eating wrong. Like, girl, get it together. I can't be playing because my birthday coming up, first of all. Second of all, I'm like 2 months late to my goal, and it's okay. Like, I'm going to be patient with myself. You guys be patient with yourselves because everything is not going to be ideal. I've been paying attention to my portion sizes, but when I'm binging, it doesn't matter. And I try to stop myself, but the feeling of eating food and the food tasting good, and then I'll eat it fast because it tastes so good. Like, recognizing all of those things is really hard to like come to terms with, knowing that I'm like freaking binge eating and that it's really toxic and I need to stop this habit and stop this cycle. I need to find different coping mechanisms. I don't even know, like maybe I can write or something, I don't know, but I have to do some exploring with that because this is getting out of hand. When people say like just tell yourself to stop, or just tell yourself to do this and that, or just go to the gym consistently, stop making excuses. To a certain degree, I agree, and I can like kind of be hard on myself saying those things. But when it's like a mental issue and it's something like deeply rooted in your past or in your childhood or whatever the case may be, your life experience, if it's something rooted in your life experience, it might like keep occurring. It'll be a reoccurring thing, and you have to like go get help for that. Like, it's okay to do some self-evaluation and, you know, get opinions from others, but like actually going to see a therapist and like really going through those things and talking about the hard stuff, the good and the bad, ugly, all of that, talking about that stuff and like actually getting it out your system is more important. Because it could be something that's literally in your past that you haven't even addressed yet, or you kind of pushed to the back of your mind. And so I went to therapy, but it was just an intro session, and it was cool, and she was just evaluating and do things with me. But it was cool. It was a really cool session. They diagnosed me, I don't even know what it's called. Maybe doing an eating disorder evaluation or something, whatever she said. And then they said the therapy should start, or she's going to put me on a waiting list for therapy. And which is cool. And I was like, eating disorder evaluation. And I wouldn't even call it an eating disorder. Well, binging is an eating disorder, but I'm like, dang, it's a disorder. Like, it's a stigma behind like mental illness, and it had me kind of shook for a second. I was like, wow, something's wrong with me. And it's okay to like actually say that out loud and like affirm that something's wrong, but just don't get caught up in it. And I've been getting caught up in that and then not resolving the issue that's at hand. It's kind of scary. It's definitely scary. Everything is gonna be all right. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself, because it starts with you. And if you're not good, nothing goes good. It's you that you have to deal with, and it's your thoughts that you have to deal with, and it's your mannerisms, all of that. It's you, baby. Get yourself together, because this life is yours. Well, it's not yours. It's the Lord's, but he permitted you to be in that body. He spoke life into that body. And then one thing I realized the other day, I was like, it was like an epiphany. I don't know if that's probably not the proper term, but it was like a moment. I was like, wow, I'm living in my skin. I'm thinking my thoughts. I am who I am, and I can't be anybody else. Like, it just came over me like, wow, I can't be my best friend. I can't be my coworker. I can't be my boss. I can't be my mother. I can't be anybody else but myself in this body, in this moment, in this present time. I cannot be anybody else but myself. And so it just kind of messed me up, because I was like, on social media, like, you idolize, but you are you though. And so no matter how much you may long to be somebody else or try to imitate somebody else, at the end of the day, you have to be you. And if you become somebody else, you no longer are that body. You no longer are that person or that spirit that's in that body. So that jacked me up. I have like multiple clips in my phone that I haven't even posted. So I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.